Hi, my name is Morgan. I would say that the best concert I ever experienced was Tame Impala. I went to Tame Impala when I was 17, back in 2021. I was sober for the whole concert, which I know a lot of other people there probably couldn't say, but it was such a mesmerizing and ethereal experience. Just the way that he performed the music, the lighting, the visuals, everything felt like you were on drugs, but I was literally sober. And I think it's insane that an artist could create such a dynamic to do so. And that was probably my favorite memory.
My name is Bailey. One of my favorite concert memories was when I got to see my favorite band, Wolf Alice, at the Bluebird Theater in Denver. The Bluebird is just such a beautiful venue, and seeing my favorite band right before my eyes was just so special. I remember they played a song called Bros, which is like one of my favorite songs by them. And I love that song because they sing a lyric that says, "I'm so lucky you're my best friend." And being able to scream that out loud next to my best friends and a bunch of other people who were with their friends, it just gave me chills, and it was honestly just such a beautiful moment. And I also got a drumstick from the drummer at the end of that concert, and I still keep it on a shelf in my room.
Hi, my name is Danielle. My most memorable concert experience is seeing 5 Seconds of Summer in Phoenix, Arizona with my mom. It was really impulsive. They weren't coming to Denver on this tour, and I was devastated because they're my favorite band. I stumbled across the fact that a round-trip flight to Phoenix for 2 days, including the day they were performing, was only $70. And I was like, okay, that's not bad. And I have an aunt that lives there, so I had a place to stay, and I went to my mom randomly, and I was like, so, hypothetically, what would you say? And she was like, girl, you're crazy. And I was like, no, hear me out. And then she heard me out, and she was like, okay, it's not that crazy. And then we really impulsively decided to just buy the plane tickets, buy the show tickets, text my aunt, and just go out there. All within 2 weeks, we made this plan. So it was a really quick turnaround, but I'm really glad that we did it. It was such an incredible show. They had just put on such an awesome show. I mean, they'd been a band at this point for 10 years, and so they really played music that spanned from the really early days to the current days, and they came up with really creative skits to interact with the audience, and it was just so awesome, and it was so special to share with my mom. We really bonded during that trip, so that concert was just such a special memory for me, and I will never forget it.
Hi, my name's Zach. One of the biggest memories I have of being at a concert was, I think it was my third concert, was at Red Rocks, and we were seeing Lord Huron, and he was performing this song called Wait by the River, and he was singing about watching rain come down from the sky, and literally as soon as he started singing that, it started raining. And it was just like the most surreal moment ever, because like it was my first time at Red Rocks, and like just hearing the sounds bounce off the rock, it was just like this super surreal moment, like being there with all my friends, and then here's this like heavenly dude just singing about the rains, and then somehow like the rain just started. It was like he was controlling. It was pretty crazy. But yeah, I don't know, like that was something that kind of stuck with me for a while.